going over to our quick hitters of the day. Arky, what are you looking at in your quick hitter?
The Myrtle Beach Bowl. That's happening let's see, about 100 minutes right now, actually. That is going to be a little early afternoon football, so you get a little college football bowl action, straight into Monday Night Football number 1, and then go into Monday Night Football number 2.
What is not to love?
Yeah, it's a whole lot of football starting up in about 100 minutes. This is Old Dominion taking on Tulsa. Tulsa is a 9-point favorite, the last time that I saw coming into this. And you kind of sort of see it. But let me tell you what you didn't mention at the top of the show about all the excitement of this weekend. The bowl game action that's been out there. There were 9 bowls on Friday and Saturday, 2 on Friday and 7 on Saturday. And yes, I do count the Celebration Bowl as a bowl. And the underdogs were 7-2 against the spread in those games. 7-2, which tells you how hard it is to bet favorites, especially the bowl season betting favorites. And even double-digit favorites, God bless you if you want to do it. I know Liberty was able to manhandle Eastern Michigan as a 9.5-point favorite, but it doesn't happen that often. You got another near double-digit favorite here, again, in the Myrtle Beach Bowl, and to be honest, I don't see it. I mean, the teams statistically actually are pretty even. Offense versus defense, you match them up. It's a pretty decent matchup both sides. Old Dominion is 9-3 against the spread this season. And I know Old Dominion and the Monarchs don't seem like this really cool team to talk about. They don't seem like very interesting. No one ever brings them up on a show like this for obvious reasons. You forget they exist most days. But they aren't a bad team. And if I'm looking at somebody I want to trust, I want to look, let me get his name right, Hayden Wolf, the quarterback, who's been in for the last 9 games for Old Dominion, number 11. He has been an even, steady hand. 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions in the last 5 games, and completing over 61% of his passes. He is somebody that I can trust. And when it comes to bowl games, the tough things for me to do are to find out motivation and who I can trust to be in the games and who I can believe in to trust well. And I believe Old Dominion is the team I want to trust here. So Old Dominion in the Myrtle Beach Bowl, again, in about 8.5 minutes now. I like them plus the 9 in this game, and they may outright win. We had 4 underdog winners in the first set of bowl games, those first 9 on Friday and Saturday. And by the way, the overs were 7-2 as well. And the total in this game is 54. Ooh. So if you want to pay attention to that, I mean, if you want to just blindly bet a trend, you bet dogs and you bet the overs right now, and you make a bunch of money over the weekend.
Noted. Yeah, these bowl games can really be anyone's game. It's always a toss-up, unless it's like the bigger game.
Yeah, it's easily the hardest part of the season to bet. So,
and perhaps the most fun.
Well, if you're winning.
Yes. This is true. So yes, take notes. Bet the dog, bet the over, and you'll be good.
So far you're pretty good.
So far, so good. All right. I am looking to the NBA, a little showdown in the West. The Spurs, who are 11-18, 5-9 on the road, will visit the Clippers, who are 16-14, 12-7 at home. Clippers right now the 5.5-point favorite with a total at 217. The Clippers will return home after a short 2-game road trip where they took L's in both games, including the one on Saturday to my OKC Thunder by 1 point. But how about that? Thunder up. Love it. They will be taking on the Spurs, who are in the middle of a 4-game road trip and dropped their game last night to the Sacramento Kings. So yes, they will be pulling a back-to-back tonight. The biggest question mark these days is who is in and who is out. So far in this one, it doesn't look like anyone is out due to COVID, knock on wood, but there are a few notable players who will be missing due to injuries and other illnesses. The biggest one being Paul George, who is listed as questionable, as he is still dealing with an elbow sprain, but that's all the major news as of now, which wouldn't be great for the Clippers since he is their leading scorer, averaging 25 a game. Of course, these things change by the minute, so who knows if this will be the same roster tonight. Arky, isn't betting fun in 2021?
It's tough lately.
It's tough. But here is what we do know. Both of these teams are ranked 3rd in their respective divisions, but the Spurs are 12th overall in the West, while the Clippers sit at 5th. And the last time they faced each other, it was on November 16th, in which the Clippers blew past San Antonio 106-92. The Spurs are 16-13 against the spread this season and 6-1 in their last 7. The Clippers, meanwhile, are 13-17, 2-6 in their last 8 games. And here's a fun nugget. The Spurs are 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 road games against a team with a winning record, which, yes, would include the Clippers here tonight. Conversely, Los Angeles is 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 home games against a team with a losing road record. And at 5-9 on the road, the Spurs would fit that bill. So put that in your back pocket. DeJounte Murray leads the Spurs in points and rebounds, but on defense, however, they are 23rd in the league, giving up an average of 110 a game. The Clippers defense, on the other hand, is allowing an average of 104 a game, which puts them at 6th fewest in the NBA. I think this game's a little harder than it looks when you factor in those against the spread stats and the fact that the Clippers will not be playing at full strength while San Antonio will be pretty close to having all of their weapons on the floor. So with that said, I'm going to take my chances here and take San Antonio at plus 5.5 in this one tonight.
Hey, listen, best of luck. I have not bet an NBA game in I feel like 4 or 5 days since I think we last did it on the show on Thursday.
Wow.
I do it for the show with you and for the people listening, and I do as much work, but every time I see anything show up on Twitter, you mentioned the Paul George injury, and I literally saw, Anthony Davis was going to be out with an injury too, and I assumed when I saw Anthony Davis out, it was going to be COVID protocols. That's all I assumed.
You would think, yeah.
I didn't know there was another way to miss a game in the NBA in the last week and a half than with COVID protocols, but apparently there is. So, listen. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. You're getting G League players and 2-way hardship waivers. It's to each his own. Please make some money, people. Please.
3-ring circus around here in the sports betting world.